Welcome to Costek. My name is Christine Nyakegita. I am a quantity surveyor at Costek Alma. I sat for my barracks professional exams in 2024 and I have been practicing for almost 4 years. In my journey so far, who I would like to thank, obviously I will start with my supervisors, QS Mandela and QS Magembe, my family, and even the people who I work with, other architects I've worked with, engineers, planners, urban designers, interior designers. All of them have contributed in a way. And I will also not forget my lecturers in the university. So I had Professor Masu, Dr. Lamka, QS Choka, QS Achim, and I am very appreciative of all these people. This is my workstation. This is where I work on a daily. I have been working here for 3 years now. So these are my colleagues.
Hello, my name is Clifford Mukiri.
Hi, my name is Manuel.
And hi, my name is Maurice Makori.
Every single day, or at least every single week I'm here. So my current role at Costek Alma is a quantity surveyor, and on occasion we double up as project managers. Today, I just happen to be working on estimates for a proposed church in Nairobi County. The kind of projects we're involved in, we do a lot of internal works. We also do churches, residential apartments. We've done industrial factories, workshops, done apartments. We do practically all construction work you could imagine. And we are also project managers. We also do technical audits, everything in the construction industry, simply because each of our staff here and even the bosses and even the supervisors and all that tend to specialize in one particular direction. So I should mention someone like QS Magembe, my supervisor, is an arbitrator.
My name is Andrew Mandere. I'm a quantity surveyor and I am a partner at Costek Alma. Costek Alma is a firm of quantity surveyors. We have been in existence for about close to 30 years actually. We'll be actually 30 years this year. And we have trained several quantity surveyors over that time, one of whom is Christine, whom we are very proud of because of our performance in last year's provisional exams. We actually do a serious training here because once we have interviewed somebody and admitted them as one of us, the first thing we do is to orientate them, where we give them our expectations. We tell them that we require people with gel into their firm, not people who think them versus us. So we inculcate that sense of belonging from the very first day. And how we train them is we actually involve them on all aspects of the profession from the first day. We work with them from the first day. Initially, we assign them light, small projects and we accompany them step by step. And normally we tell them our expectations, what do we expect from this assignment. We discuss with them and tell them if they have any challenges, they can consult us because we have an open door policy. And more than that, we also ask them to liaise with other colleagues in the office. They should discuss freely whenever they have a challenge. In terms of mentoring them, we would normally go with them to meetings. Initially, we would speak on behalf of the firm, and gradually we start releasing them. And we would normally sit in the office, agree on the position of the office, and a senior or a partner would accompany them to a meeting, and we would tell them that they will be the ones to lead and we will be backup. That way, they learn to be confident. And we actually do that. Like I would accompany Christine to a meeting, I will not speak unless it becomes absolutely necessary. So they grow in trust of their abilities and confidence. That way they learn very quickly. We hold regular office staff meetings for the technical staff where we share our life experiences. We will discuss the real life issues, the real life challenges, that we have faced in a project, and we'll share each one of us will say what they have experienced over the past week or over the past 2 weeks, the challenges they saw and how they overcame them. And then we'll discuss as an office generally. Process of mentoring them, we also learn many things, especially this young generation, they are IT savvy, so we also learn. Then in terms of increasing their network, we always allow them to be the face of the office. In terms of correspondence, we would discuss even emails, even letters or whatever, but we allow them to sign them off as the authors. We help them increase their profile. Like I've said also, even when we go to meetings, we let them speak. And after we gain confidence and trust in their abilities, we normally don't have to accompany them to every meeting. But we tell them once they're outside, they are the face of the office, and they have to do everything with dignity and honor. One thing also that we emphasize strongly and which we also discuss in our meetings is ethical conduct, that we are there to offer service, an honest service, and in return an honest income. That we stress seriously, and we actually don't compromise on ethical conduct. We also tell them the importance of being customer-centric, that everything we do, our clients come first. Yeah, that's how we do it in Costek. And once again, I want to say one small thing, that we are very proud that over the many years we have trained, I think the pass rate has been over 90% at first attempt. So we are very, very proud of that record. I believe we try to mentor the next generation the right way. Finally, and once more, I want to congratulate all the year mates of Christine who had the exams and passed. I wish them well as they go in the profession. Thank you very much.
My name is Alex Mugembe, Quantity Surveyor with Costek Alma-Quantity Surveyors. I have been in the profession for 40 years now. Worked for the Ministry of Works, worked in the private sector before I set up this company with a colleague of mine, Andrew Mbere, and we've been at it now for probably about 20 years. We have done a few projects for government, private sector, religious buildings, etc. Other than doing what we do as quantity surveyors, we have also had a chance to take on new recruits from the university over the years, and we've trained quite a few. What we noticed initially, that there was quite a gap between what the industry requires and the new graduates from the universities. So we've been intentionally mentoring students, attachees and interns. We have had a program that has been running for probably two years now, where we normally take 2 interns, not that we intend to employ, but we just train 3 months, some we extend to 6 months, take them through the basics, we give them confidence and encourage them to go out and get employment. Some have actually been employed while they were here, and it's our pleasure when we see that we've helped young men and women who are aspiring to be QSs to get grounded in the basics of the profession. Quite a few have passed our hands, not that we intended to employ, but just to sharpen and close the gap between what they are given at the university and what we consider necessary for the industry. What have we found out over the years? The gaps, which at times in our view can be a big risk for any firm when fresh QSs or those who actually take on the profession make errors, they can be big risks to the firm. And we have been very intentional in trying to close that. We normally assign them various projects, pre-contract and post-contract, just to gain exposure across the industry. And then we would normally work with them at the beginning. Once they come to the firm, we want to understand what their strengths are and what their weaknesses are and what they actually desire to be. Some don't want to be quantity surveyors long term, others want to continue with academics, whatever. So once we've understood the desire of any young person, then we will now tailor-make our training. So we expose them as much as possible to practice in the industry. We assign them initially very simple, specific areas to be able to work on, but then we will develop that and increase the complexities. Initially, we'll just take off, but even as taking off, we are very intentional in trying to make sure that they are properly grounded on the professional way of doing things. If they are taking off, they will be shown how to do the order. The order is extremely important. The order of taking off, they would, anytime they are taking off, we tell them to take off with the SMM right next, so that when they start specifying, they do it according to SMM, according to the industry expectations. So that we develop continuously. We also internally develop or give them a very safe space. Safe in the sense that they can ask questions without fearing, because we know where they're coming from, so that we give them that confidence that they can ask any question. What we also do continuously, we would normally meet as a team in the office and share experiences from the field, because what we've actually told them continuously, that even us now 40 years into the profession, I have not seen everything, I still see new things. That gives them confidence that what they are seeing is very much what I encounter on sites. So we share experiences on very many things on sites, on taking off, on gaps that we may actually find. Even occasionally we make certain errors, and we're able to open up and tell them, look, this was a mistake I made here, we shouldn't have done it. So then they open up and tell us also where they think that they made mistakes, but also the experiences that they find from sites. Some of them at times they make errors in the way they approach, we're able to correct. So continuously that way, then we build their confidence, and they become, in our view, much better and prepared now to be in the industry. Initially, we will go to site with them. They will not say much. They will just listen and see how we conduct ourselves in meetings. But then gradually we push them ahead and we move backwards. Eventually we stop going to sites. We pull ourselves gradually out of the sites, so now they're able to manage themselves. And we do not limit them to one specific area. We let them take off, we let them manage a project entirely, but without supervision initially. We have also had to show them how we engage with contractors and clients as well. How we relate with clients, how we engage with contractors, how we negotiate, whether it's rates, final accounts, how they write reports. They actually write reports very early on. They make their mistakes. We review, come and sit down, look, it shouldn't be this way, it should be the other way. Till finally, actually, we don't have any more than to worry about project from A to Z. They will do the estimate, appraisals, the letters right, but all the time though, they must pass through our hands so that we are sure that the quality is maintained. The other thing I will say about our office, a while back we had a strategic plan, and one of the outcomes was the values that we stand for as a firm. And those values we've continuously instilled in all those who come here. The values are like timeliness, that they need to deliver their work within the times set. The other value is accuracy, that what they do must be checked by others, their colleagues and us, so that there's accuracy in the products that we actually give out of the market. We also insist on integrity, on honesty, so that, because we know that we've been entrusted, and this we've told them time and again, that we are very privileged to handle a project for any client, and why we must handle it, why we've chosen that we will be able to safeguard their interests. So we discourage any propriety, so that as a firm we have that one value of safeguarding or being honest, so that we do not in any way encourage bribe, tampering with quantities or rape. So, and we're very glad that aspect. Occasionally we found anyone who actually goes over the line, we fire. And we have fired previously those that we thought were not towing the line. And so really that is how we go about it. We engage, we try to celebrate little events, milestones, birthday. We normally have a day when we celebrate so-and-so's birthday, and all of us then share in, and that way we have a great bond between all the members. We also have quite a number of professional books, the ones in soft and the other ones in the fiscal ones. And we encourage them to continuously read and expand their knowledge so their knowledge is solid. On contract procedure, we will normally take on particular clauses, and then we will be able to look at them and the implications and educate and give them confidence. The other thing that we've told them many times, they are actually the legal advisor in the contract, so that we give them the confidence when they go to sites, they are able to give the contractual implications of anything that comes about. So, and to a large extent, so that's what we've done over time, and we're glad that the products that we've had are very good. The other thing I would speak about, I mean, we've never had any guidelines from Borax on what the candidates are expected to train on really, other than normally what we will be offered. It might be a useful thing actually, I think, for Borax to keep on giving guidelines on the areas that they want trained. I think it would be useful, because that way then those of us who are having candidates are able to tailor-make the training accordingly. We can also have, I think, feedback. I think there's very little interaction between the mentors and Borax. There's hardly any, not that I know of. Maybe a good thing to have some feedback on areas, especially like, for example, once exams have been done and there are areas that Borax realizes that there are gaps. It would be nice for firms to understand where they are finding the gaps, so that we can also work on those areas, even as we train, even as we undertake work generally. I think the firms, I don't know what kind of partnership would be formed between Borax and the offices that keep on training. It might not be a bad idea just to give incentives to those firms that are doing well in training, because they're useful partners with Borax, because Borax intends to have professionals of integrity and good quality. And if you're having firms that are also intentionally training, it's a good partnership. And I think it would be nice if Borax would every year, I mean, the firms that produces outstanding candidates, I think it's a good thing that they can give them incentives. It will be good, because then the firms also realize that they are partners. Otherwise, as it is, it's a disconnection. You do what you do, whatever happens, a candidate, Borax. So I think that linkage is good. It will be very useful. Give us a feedback every year. Let us see. You can actually, as examiners have gone through, they can give the firms feedback on the areas that they think that there are shortcomings. There will even be fora between the mentees and Borax occasionally, and just highlight the areas, probably during the CPD meetings. Highlight areas that Borax thinks that should be reinforced. Those are the areas I would consider for partnership between the mentors, the firms, and Borax.